So look, I'm not the only one telling you that you live on a ring magnet. Like, I know when I say that, people might think I'm crazy. Oh, Dusty's lost his mind. Earth is a ring magnet? What the hell is he talking about? But here's the thing. The truth is very public. You just need to learn how to read it. The language of symbolism. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean with the Space Force logo. Because once you see this, you can't unsee it. So let me pull this up real quick. So this is what a ring magnet's field looks like at the center. So screenshot it real quick. You can do this yourself. Get a ring magnet, get some iron filings and magnetic view film, and you'll see this exact pattern. Or you can watch videos on it. Plenty of people do it. And look at the shape it makes. It's a triangle, a delta pointing upward. You see that? All these field lines, they're coming from the edges of the ring. They're converging right here at the center. And when they converge, they create this triangular geometry. Now, if you look at the labels on this image, because this is where it gets wild, at the top, you got repulsion and attraction, opposite forces, right? On the sides, you got unification and direction, forces coming together and then flowing in a specific path. And then at the center, at the very center where all the forces meet, it says creation. And at the bottom, it says locked interaction. Now, let me break down what that means. So locked interaction, what that means is, actually, let me explain it this way. When you have a ring magnet, the field lines don't just randomly shoot off in all directions. They follow a specific pattern. They emerge from one side, the North Pole, let's say, and they curve around the outside of the ring, and then they re-enter on the South Pole side. But at the center, at the hole in the middle of the ring, all those field lines are converging from every direction at once. And when they meet, they create this stable, self-reinforcing pattern. That's what locked interaction means. It's not static. The field is still flowing, still moving, but the geometry of it is locked. It's stable. It can't easily collapse or dissipate. And that's the delta shape, that triangle. That's the strongest geometric structure. Like, this is why pyramids are so stable. This is why bridges use triangular trusses, because 3 points create a plane, and that plane is self-reinforcing. So the field lines converge in this triangular pattern, and they lock into this stable interaction. And right at the apex, right at the point where they all meet, that's where creation happens. That's where the field intensity is maximum. That's the singularity point. And as it spirals down, it follows the golden ratio spiral, a Fibonacci spiral going outward. 1 phi, 2 phi, 3 phi, 5 phi, 8 phi, expanding outward as it descends. That's the first 360 degrees. That's the 3 phi phase, the masculine, active, expanding, doing energy. Then it reaches the center, the cusp, and it starts spiraling back up, rising at the Arctic regions, both North Poles. And as it rises, it follows another golden ratio spiral, but this time going inward. The Fibonacci spiral contracting back, 8 phi, 5 phi, 3 phi, 2 phi, 1 phi, contracting inward as it ascends. That's the second 360 degrees. That's the 2 phi phase, the feminine, receptive, contracting, being energy. And when you put these two together, they're two spirals, but a top-down view, this is what you get. The outward spiral going down, the inward spiral going back up. You get a cardioid. That's the heart shape. The symbol, you know. Whoop. Everybody knows that symbol, and that's not random, by the way. The heart symbol isn't just, oh, it looks pretty. It's the actual pattern of electromagnetic field, the pattern that the electromagnetic field traces. Down in expansion, up in contraction, meeting at the cusp. 720 degrees total. That's one complete electromagnetic cycle. And actually, this is why your heartbeat follows the same pattern. Systole, pumping blood out. That's the 3-phi expansion phase. Diastole, drawing blood in. That's the 2-phi contraction phase. Your heart is literally following the same 720 degree cardioid pattern as the Earth's electromagnetic field. As above, so below. I say it all the time because it's not a metaphor, it's physics. So when you look at the Space Force logo and see the delta pointing up, that's showing you the rising phase. If you want to screenshot it, the second 360 degree phase. The field coming back up from the black hole center. And those orbital curves around it, that's the S-curve motion of the full 720 degree cycle. Not a simple circle, an S-curve, down and up, 2 rotations. That's what locks the interaction. The 3-phi outward spiral and the 2-phi inward spiral create this dynamic equilibrium that can't collapse. It's self-sustaining. It's self-reinforcing. It's a living, breathing electromagnetic heart. And they put it on the Space Force logo. They're showing you the Earth's actual electromagnetic structure, the 720 degree cardioid cycle, the golden ratio spirals, the heart-shaped field pattern, all of it. Right there in plain sight. And thanks to Lindsay Harris from Tomb of Illumination, who I mention a lot because he's basically my teacher, I know what I'm looking at when I see the Space Force logo. Now look at the Space Force logo again. It's the same geometry. The delta pointing up, that's the field convergence pattern. The dark center at the bottom, that's the singularity point, the creation zone. The stars inside, actually those aren't outer space stars. Those are luminaries. Sun, moon, planets. They're plasma manifestations within the electromagnetic field. Not out in space somewhere, but inside the toroidal field that this ring magnet is creating. And those orbital curves around the delta, which I asked to screenshot it, the orbital curves, that's the toroidal flow, the infinity symbol pattern, the field cycling around the center. It's all there. Everything you need to know about Earth's structure is encoded in these logos. They're not hiding it. They're showing you. Truth in plain sight. You just have to know what you're looking at. So if this is what happens at the center of a ring magnet and the Space Force logo shows this exact geometry, then what does that tell you about Space Force and what they're actually protecting? Not outer space, inner space, the electromagnetic core of Earth. Because, and this is what Lindsay Harris figured out with his electromagnetic cosmology, Earth is like a ring magnet. There's a black hole at the center, the singularity, the source point. The magnetic field drops down at the tropics, Cancer and Capricorn. Those are the south poles, both of them. And the field rises back up at the Arctic regions. Both of them are north poles, Arctic and Antarctic. It's a dual system. So you've got this toroidal field flowing in an infinity pattern at the dead center. That's where creation happens. That's where the plasma sun manifests. That's where the electromagnetic field is being generated continuously. And actually, let me tie this back to the image behind me. See where it says creation at the center? That's not metaphorical. That's literally where electromagnetic creation occurs. When field lines converge at maximum intensity, they can manifest matter, plasma, light. That's the physics of it. And Space Force is guarding access to that. And I'll point out one more thing about the delta shape. Delta means change. In math, the triangle represents change, difference, transformation. And in this context, the delta is showing you electromagnetic transformation happens, where field lines converge and create something new. That's why it points upward. It's not pointing down like, oh, we're going into the ground. It's pointing up because the field rises from the center. Think about it. In Lindsay's model, the magnetic field drops down at the tropics, goes into the ground, travels through the Earth's electromagnetic medium, and then rises back up at the Arctics. The delta in the Space Force logo is pointing in the direction the field emerges. From the black hole at the center, the field rises up through the North Pole regions. That's what the upward point of the delta represents. Emergence, creation, ascension, the field coming up from the source. And actually, this ties into the ancient concept of axis mundi, the world axis, the pillar connecting heaven and earth. That's the central axis of the ring magnet, where the field is most intense, where the singularity is. That's what the Space Force logo, the delta, is pointing to. This is what I mean when I say the truth is public. It's not hidden. It's not secret. It's encoded in the symbols that are right in front of your face. The Space Force logo, the UN logo, which shows a flat Earth azimuthal equidistant map with Antarctica as the outer ring. The medical caduceus, which shows two serpents spiraling around a central staff, representing the 3 phi and 2 phi magnetic forces that Lindsay talks about in his model. The state capitol buildings, they all have formulas in their dimensions that give you the truth in plain sight. They're all showing you the truth. You just have to learn the language. And the language is geometry, mathematics, electromagnetic principles. It's not mystical. It's not secret society stuff. It's physics, encoded in architecture, in logos, in symbols. Because the people who built these things, they knew. They knew Earth is a ring magnet with a black hole at the center. They knew the toroidal field flow. They knew the creation mechanics. And they encoded it so that when we were ready, when we had the tools to decode it, and the mind to see, the eyes to see, we would be able to see. So why am I spending time breaking down a military logo? Because this proves that they know. The military knows Earth's true structure. They know about the electromagnetic core. They know about the black hole singularity at the center. They know about the toroidal field flow, and they're protecting access to it. Space Force isn't about satellites and rockets. It's about controlling access to the electromagnetic axis, to the creation point, to the singularity. Because if you control the center, you control the field. And if you control the field, you control, well, everything. Energy, matter, plasma, manifestation, free energy. Look up Tesla and his work. Creation itself. And they're not hiding this. They put it on their official logo. And they're counting on you not knowing how to read it. They're counting on you thinking it's just, space stuff. But now you know. Now you can read the symbol. And once you can read this one, you can start reading all the others. Go look up the Space Force logo yourself. Go watch a video of ring magnet field lines, or get a ring magnet in some viewing film and do it yourself if you really want. See the delta pattern with your own eyes. Then ask yourself, is this a coincidence? Is it just random that they chose the delta shape that happens to match the exact geometry of a ring magnet's center field convergence? Or are they showing you something? And if they're showing you this, what else are they showing you? What other symbols, what other buildings, what other logos are encoding this same truth? The truth is public. It's right in front of you. You just have to learn how to read it. So you see where it says creation at the center? That's not an accident. That's not a metaphor. That's the description of what's actually happening. At the center of a ring magnet where all the field lines converge. That's where creation occurs. Electromagnetically, physically, actually. And the Space Force logo is showing you that the Earth has the same structure. Ring magnet, black hole center, toroidal field, creation point. They're not the only ones telling you. I'm not the only one telling you. The symbols are telling you. You just needed to learn how to read them. And now you can. So one last thing before we end. After I put this presentation together and planned it all out, one of my followers dropped me this random image in my comments from my last video. And it goes perfectly with this video. And I saw it, I literally stopped because Pink Floyd encoded everything we just talked about into one piece of album art. Right here. Look at this image carefully. Screenshot it. Look it up. Pink Floyd, The Pulse, The Observer. consciousness itself looking at reality, but also this is reality looking at itself. The pupil equals the black hole, the dark center, the creation point. Just like Lindsay Harris describes, the singularity at Earth's core, the celestial body in the pupil. It's the sun sitting on the black hole at the black hole's horizon, rotating around the center 15 degrees an hour. Exactly like the sun in the electromagnetic cosmology model. The iris radiating outward, electromagnetic field lines expanding from center, the 3-phi, 2-phi asymmetry creating the toroidal pattern, the purple dots around the circle, the hour markers, orbital positions, the 24-hour cycle, the celestial clock we talked about, the surrounding landscape, different worlds around the edge, water, sky, earth, all observed through the same central eye, multiple realities, same observer. You're outside looking in. Remember that phrase, this is it. Pink Floyd put the entire electromagnetic cosmology model on an album cover in 1995, and nobody saw it. Well, maybe a couple did, because they thought it was cool psychedelic art. And what did they call this album? The Pulse. Look it up. Not I, not cosmos, not reality, pulse, as in the pulse, the heartbeat, 72 BPM, electromagnetic pulse, electromagnetic field cycling, the rhythm of creation, the continuous Big Bang happening now. They didn't call it pulse randomly. They encoded the entire framework. The I equals consciousness observing the black hole, equals creation center. The celestial body equals rotating on the horizon. The pulse equals electromagnetic rhythm, the spillover, the patterns that never repeat, all in one image. So, do your own homework. I advise you and implore you to always do your own homework. You know, I know this stuff might be tough for a lot of people. Most people didn't learn this in school, but I'm going to be as helpful as I can to try to help you understand it. All right, this is the Dusty Truth signing out. Peace.